Good morning, crochet buddies. I'm running late. Well, actually, I'm actually on time. A minute early. But according to Angie time, I'm running late. Welcome to the yarn room, people. It's crochet time. Time for Angie to wake up. Time for y'all to wake up. Time for y'all to make some crochet loveliness. Hello, Amy. How are you? Oh, good morning, lady. I'm wearing my Beetlejuice jacket. It looks funny because I have my buns on right here, but actually I'm wearing it because it is my, I'm trying to figure out where to put some stuff because, I still have a lot of mess here. Um, I am working on a Beetlejuice jacket. Hi, Smiley01. Hello, hello, hello. Have my name tag in case you can't remember who I am. I'm Angie, and I'm trying to keep my phone from slipping here. Okay, that's fine, Amy. Happy birthday, Amy. Oh my gosh, on Sunday, a Sunday birthday. I always love a Sunday birthday. I always do. Yes, Smiley, a unicorn amigurumi is wonderful. I used to make those in the very beginning. Not a whole bunch of them, but I tried them. But I haven't made any lately. I'm not into amigurumi at the moment. Not that I've given it up. No way, no way. I just go through, certain things that I'm interested in making. Okay, guys, listen, listen, listen. Drop your channel if you want, Amy, to do that. Drop your channel. Let me see if I want to go lower here. You want to make hair. Okay, what kind of hair do you want to make? Because sometimes I made the hair just the strands coming off, and I like to make it rain. Oh, my hook just hooked my hair. Um, what do you call? Oh, just like strands, and I would make it rainbow colored, and mix them and just put individual clumps of yarn. Or I would make the little corkscrew hair. Or when I did the strands, I would brush it out with one of these little cat brushes that I use on my crafts. And it would make it just a fuzz ball. Ah! And it landed where it was supposed to go, kind of, sort of, but I don't like it like that. I have to fix it. Great, Amy. Y'all go follow Amy, whoever's here with us. Don't forget to leave your likes for me, please. I'm advocating for myself. Okay, so I'm working on another one of these jackets, my Beetlejuice jackets. Let me see if I can put you a little further back. And so I told you my son-in-law wants one, and he's been threatening to take mine. And I'm like, no way. And also, do you know what I'm experimenting with? So, Allegra makes all of her sweaters, and she's like a super fast crocheter, and she can just whip them out in a week or so. Anyways, she says not to wash, or if you wash it, to dry it in the, not to dry it in the machine. But you know what? I'm trying drying it, and it has made my sweater so soft. But what I was trying to do was get rid of all of these fuzzies. Can you see that? This fuzzies? I don't like the fuzzies. And I noticed that on my pot holders, I think I told you this before, that I've made out of acrylic, they go through the wash and the dry with everything else, with all the towels, and they are so smooth, and I love it. So I'm hoping that after a few washes, maybe, if not, I am going to try ironing it with a cloth on top, kind of just, I don't know. Because I am not going to take a lighter to it. Let me tell you that. Yes, Smiley, brush it. Yes, Amy. Okay, so I haven't looked at your shorts yet, the pattern that you were referring to, but I need to because there is this set that I saw that is a little tank top and shorts, but it's all granny squares and it's black and white. Oh, I wish I could wear the pants, but I don't know. I would feel kind of weird. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what would be the weirdness, the texture of this. But you know what? It turns out to be much softer when you wash it. It's so soft. Um, but anyways, yes, shorts are the hot thing right now. I see everybody making shorts, and I'm like, what? I need to make Bermuda shorts to hide these legs. No, I'm done hiding the legs. I don't care. When I was young, I was so embarrassed about my legs. I didn't want anybody to see my legs. Boys, I didn't want boys to see my legs. And one friend outed me. And I call her friend because she was my friend at the time. But now that I think about it, she wasn't really my friend. I liked this boy in our apartment complex. And I told her, I like him, whatever, you know. Oh, don't be embarrassed, but I don't want to wear shorts. She made me wear shorts, and we went to go visit him at his place. And we were young, so it was a group of us girls and people. I don't remember how many were with us. I think one of my siblings was with me. We went to go visit him, and I just kind of stood behind her, just trying to be unnoticed, you know, because I was super shy. And she pushed me to the front, and she said, look at Angie, she's wearing shorts. She's embarrassed to wear them in front of you. And I was like, whoa, ah, ah. But I was embarrassed about everything when I was younger. I don't understand because everybody knows me now. I'm not embarrassed about too much. So it's funny why I'm telling you this is because it's funny that I had the most beautiful skin back then. I was so young. There wasn't a wrinkle on my leg. Yes, they might have been chunky, but who cares? I would, oh my gosh. Oh, look, I just started crocheting one of my hairs in here. Eee. And so I wish I had those legs now. Let me tell you. They were always brown and they were smooth. And now I got all these wrinkly little elephant legs. And I'm like, well, they're skinnier, but you know, they're wrinkly. And I don't care. Don't care, people. Don't care what people think about you. You go and make yourself happy. Feel good in what you're wearing. You know, be yourself. Oh, just my biggest advice to anybody ever, ever. Be yourself and don't care what other people think. The only way I care about other people is I don't want to hurt their feelings. And I want to be helpful to them. And so I don't do anything that I think will purposefully hurt someone. I think I have hurt people with some things that I say because I'm clueless, but I don't mean to, you know what I mean? So here we go, starting the morning with Angie's advice. Ooh, ooh, ooh. But anyways, I wish I was ugly like I was ugly when I was a kid because I wasn't ugly, but I thought I was, and now I am. I'm not ugly, I don't think. I think that I'm just I was gonna say used and abused. No, used and loved. So anyways, I walk out in some little shorts and some wrinkly old legs, and I'm like, and I still get hit on in the produce section by all the little old men. Isn't that funny? I think that's hilarious. Okay, I just saw a boo-boo I made. I added a chain in between here, but I don't care. I don't care. Yes, I remember you saying, Amy, about the shorts and they had no gaps, which is really good. Yeah, I used to have a shaver. I don't have it anymore. But I don't know. The more I wash it, will it get better? I don't know. Wash it and dry it? I don't know. Anyways, we'll see. Ooh, pants pattern. You don't, Amy? Why? You're so young. Jennifer? Yeah. Of course I'm right, Jennifer. I'm just kidding. Thank you, Amy. I know. You know what? So growing up, I was the ugly one. My sister was gorgeous. She still is. Gorgeous. When I was 13 and she was 12, they thought she was 16 and I was 11. You know, I was just this chubby little round girl and she was this voluptuous woman. And so, anyways, she's always been beautiful. Her name is Linda, in Spanish, linda, beautiful, precious, whatever it means. I don't know, but I knew that it was like they would say, Linda, Linda, Linda. Oh, Angela's such an angel. I was like, I just don't want to be the good one. I want to be the Linda. Anyways, but I knew that in the eyes of other people, I was not the pretty one. But when I looked at myself, I didn't say, oh, I'm so ugly, I'm so ugly. No, I would be like, wow, I look so great. Why do people think I'm ugly? That was my dilemma. So I really had a good self worth kind of feeling. So I didn't give in to that. But I spend a lot of time overthinking stuff, which I don't over. No, I still overthink stuff. Can't you hear me talking? Of course I'm overthinking. I think about everything. I think about it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. So, you know why I'm jibber jabbering? It's because yesterday I spent the whole day in bed. Crocheting. Yes. And so I was crocheting because I was feeling a little depressed. I think it's okay to talk about that. It's also okay to say that, you don't have to stay in that situation. You can do whatever it takes to get out of it. Medication, self-talk, getting out, exercise, whatever you find something to get you out of it, right? Well, yesterday I decided just to wallow in it. And I stayed there and I was grumpy. Eddie came home. He bought food home not from work, but after work he picked up some dinner. And I was just grumpy but okay, so the depression I have is at the moment is I don't have any bad thoughts or anything. I just am having this awful feeling of a giant cannonball being dropped into my stomach in a rolling manner, like if they pick it up and they drop it again out of nowhere. And it happens like every 2-3 minutes. I would say it kept happening yesterday, and I just wanted to sleep. I knew I should have gotten up, but I said, I'm just going to wallow here. And you know what? If you need to wallow sometimes, wallow. Wallow. Is that a proper word, wallow? Because when you say words, they're kind of, they sound funny. But anyways, that's why I'm a little manic today. I do know myself. I'm a little manic today. But it's better than just sitting here saying nothing to you guys. How boring. How boring. I can impart my wisdom. I ain't got no wisdom. I'm just old with a lot of opinions. That's me. That's what wise people usually are. Old with lots of opinions. No, it's not true. I wish I could be one of these old wise people. That's my goal. That's my goal. My kids think I know a lot. Mom, you always know. Let's go ask my mom. She knows. Which is nice, but they didn't know that when I first became a mom, I was like, oh, they think I know what I'm doing and I don't know what I'm doing. It's always like that. You know what I mean? You have 32 yarns now because your mom bought you yarn the day before yesterday, and yesterday because she wants me to make her scrunchies. Yay! She needs scrunchies. Get to it, Smiley. Thank you, Smiley. Hello from Ontario, Canada, Vicky. Hello. One of my good friends in my in-person crochet meeting group. He's from Canada, and I'm so sad. She's thinking about moving back home. No. But I understand. Yep. No, Smiley. I've woken up and have found the crochet hook in bed with me, and I don't remember falling asleep with it or anything. So, but I have, but I don't generally always sleep with it. I fall asleep with my phone. There's another issue last night. I fell asleep with my phone, which is usually never a problem, and I'll just wake up and it's right next to me, and it's okay because it's propped up and stuff. and I fell asleep and I didn't keep holding the phone. You know, okay, so this was the problem before. I would hold my phone, I would fall asleep, and it would fall out and wake me up. So then I pick it up and start looking at it. So I decided I'm just gonna make this little prop, little area with my pillows and put my phone there, have it charged up, hooked up to the charger, and I just turn it on and it would turn off on its own, you know, go in sleep mode after a while. So I could fall asleep whenever I felt sleepy and not have to worry about taking care of the phone, because that usually woke me up. So now I wake up and there's my phone. I'm like, oh, it's still here and it's fully charged. Except for last night, I forgot to charge my phone. So right now it's hooked up to the charger. That's why you're a little tilted, because it's hooked up to the charger and it sits wonky. But yeah. Hi, Manuela. How are you? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Manuela, what time is it for you? I'm not sure where you're at. You don't have to tell me where you're at, but you know, what time is it for you? And Manuela, you do English is your first language, or do you have another language that you speak? Because I feel like you have an accent. What is that? Tell me all about yourself, Manuela. I'm very interested, whatever you want to divulge. Okay. Oh, you're in the Netherlands. Woo, fancy dancy. From us Texans over here. Well, I don't know how many Texans are in here, just me. But I count as the whole state of Texas. Everybody in Texas feels like they represent the whole Texas. We have big egos. Everything big in Texas, our egos are big. Everything's big. Our butts are big. No, seriously, there's a lot of big butts over here in Texas. And you know what? The guys like it. No, the girls too. If I must be truthful. Well, that's nice, Manuela. In the Netherlands. Are you close to Pet World? Pardon me. I am going to stop that. Let me see if I want to put you a little, I want to put you a little lower, so you can see my crochet better. Okay, so today around 1 o'clock, I will be picking up Allegra. We are going to be carpooling and headed down to Galveston for our Saturday weekly meeting. And the reason, not the reason, because sometimes we have our Saturday meeting in Galveston, it's close by us, is that our in-person group, a few of us decided, and I'm not one of the us, I say us because I'm part of the group, are having a little crochet retreat together, hanging out for the weekend at a beach house. Turned out to be out of my budget, but I was so happy when they said they were going to be meeting outside the beach house for the meetup on the Saturday. And I was like, yeah, I'll be there. Leg up, be ready, because I'm going to honk twice and get going. And so, anyways, I didn't tell her that, but she knows that that's the way I drive. So we're going today. Yesterday, I wanted to cancel with Allegra, and I told her I may not be up for it tomorrow, so, you know, just beware. But I talked myself back into it, saying I just need to get out, to go spend time with my little girl, and it would make me feel better getting out, and I will be the driver. So that's what I was thinking. I wasn't going to be able to drive. I wonder if she would want to drive my car. Nobody likes my car. They like what I used to drive, SUVs and vans, but I don't have that anymore. I have a Camaro. Ooh, and I can fly by. You know, sometimes I'm speeding and I'm going like really fast and I pass a policeman and I get scared. They don't ever stop me. Got any wood? I need real wood. We don't have no, oh, here's wood. No, I don't even know if that's real wood. Come on, people. Don't I have real wood around here anywhere? Anyways. Vicky, yay! That's what you do. Has anybody ever taken it into the bathroom if they knew they were going to be there a while? I don't know if I have, really. I don't know if I have. But, you know, if I thought I was going to be in there a while, but, you know, watching is your grandbaby, did you say? Let's see. Yes, your grandbaby. Well, that's a good use of time. Very good, Vicky. In the midday, yes, Lady Crochet. Manuela, Linda, good morning. Oh, you've missed my lives. Well, you're back now, honey. You're going to get a boatload of live from me today. Pink Froggy! Are you going to the meeting today, Pink Froggy? Hi, Shima. Why am I so speeding? I don't know, because my car is a fast car. I thought I was just going 40 miles an hour. And I looked down and I'm like, oh, no. So I don't know why I was speeding, because I have a fast car. That's why I try not to. Really, really, I am. You know how many tickets I've gotten in all the years I've been driving? I'm 60 years old. 0. Knock on wood somewhere again. I'm about to hit wood somewhere. Whoa! I need just a piece of wood here. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Here it is. Okay. Oh, look. I've never had a ticket. I've never got caught for speeding. I'm 60 years old. I've been driving since I was 19. Okay. I'll keep this here because I'm going to need that, because I say a lot of things that I might need. Did y'all hear my bell? I'm about to ring it when I reach the end here. And when I reach the end of the row, I need some. Maybe that was the problem yesterday. Every time I reach the end of a row for the last few days, I have not rung my bell to clear my energy. Because I really feel like that's what it does. It just like resets. I feel my real self inside. I get out of the whatever I'm thinking, and I like it. I like the bell. I don't know exactly what it does for me, but I like it, and I'm going to continue ringing it every time I have an accomplishment, and getting to the end of a row is an accomplishment for me. Vicky, of course you're going to like it here. Speedy Gonzalez. You know what's funny is that my sister got married into her family. Her ex-husband's name was Gonzalez, and one of his brothers was named Speedy. Okay, so one time I was down and out, and we were really young. I think it was 19 or 20. And my sister had already been married. My younger sister, she got married early. And I needed a place to stay. I don't know if it was for overnight or what, but I had to sleep on the floor, and it was in the dining room, and she lived in a little apartment. So I just camped out in the dining room, you know, put a little bed there. And then they found out that her brother-in-law, Speedy, needed a place to stay that night. So he came and he slept on the other side of the living room. So we were across the apartment, and I felt okay. And I knew Speedy, you know, that was my brother-in-law's brother, and I knew him. So I didn't feel weird or anything. When I woke up, I can't even remember now if it was in the morning or in the middle of the night. He was next to me, that creepoid. I don't remember what I did. I'm pretty sure I yelled or something and he left. But yeah, no. I think we just laugh and laugh about that story because he was harmless to me. He was harmless. And we laughed on how we could just see him slowly rolling over to me, thinking he was going to get lucky. No, he may be speedy, but he ain't lucky. So that's my Speedy Gonzalez story. I was at the crochet meeting on Tuesday, and every time somebody said something, I had a story about that too. And they said, "Of course you do, Angie." And it, I'm like, I felt so bad because I hate to take someone's story and it reminds me of something, and I start talking about it. So it sounds like I'm talking about myself all the time. But I do listen to what y'all say. I just happen to have a lot of stuff. I'm old, you know. So Speedy Gonzalez story. That's why I like when y'all talk about stuff. It sets me off here. Okay, so I'm starting the new row. Isn't that lovely? Okay, put it here. So I have been, instead of chaining 3, because I'm doing double crochet, I have been doing the stacked single crochet, where you do a single crochet, and in that first little stitch, the bottom, not the V part, you insert your hook and you make another single crochet, and it makes a stacked double crochet. It makes it more substantive, because at first I was making them just those chains, and I hated those chains. This one makes it a little bit better, and I think it might give, what does it give you? It gives you 2 places to go ahead and put in your thing, because I have to put 2 in each one. I'm talking to myself. Yes, Smiley, thank you for reminding people to hit the like button. Or was it Smiley? Oh no, that was Shima. Smiley, you just telling on people on how fast we're going? Oh, Linda. I hope you're okay, Linda. I hate being in the hospital. I hope they patched you up. They sent you back out with your yarn and your hook. And get to work, lady. Okay, here goes my nose again. Dripping, not dripping, but it's wanting to drip every time. I think because the way I'm sitting here, I'm leaning forward. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Where is my, oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, so I took my desks out. Did y'all see my was it Yarn Talk Monday? I don't remember when it was, but I took my desk. I forgot. I have to speak loud. I don't have my microphone on me. I took my desks out, and they started falling apart because they are so freaking old. And so I said, I'm just gonna get rid of them. I got rid of them both. I put my folding table that I used to use for my craft shows and stuff, but I'm not having craft shows anymore. I'm already too old for that. I don't want to, I could probably still do it, but I would have to stay in bed for a week afterwards. So I'm not going to do that to myself. If I have anything to sell, I give it to my daughter. She does it all. She's young still. Ooh, young people. Oh, guys, don't forget to leave your channel info here by typing in the word drop, and then your channel will be left here, and people can go and follow you if that's what you want. D-R-O-P. Yeah, I'm on a roll today, people. I'm spelling words. That's how long we're going to be here. I'm spelling words, and I'm not even... Nothing. Somebody doesn't need the coffee, but somebody's going to drink it anyways. And it's getting cold. I need a coffee maker in here. Ooh, I think I'm going to have a coffee maker put here. I have the space now. That's me, typical Angie, filling up every little nook and cranny that I have. Thank you, Manuela. I have plenty of stories. I think, well, I don't have anything else to talk about, but you know what? I always got something to talk about. Even if it's nothing, I'll make something out of air. I've always been like that. When I was at home, they would always tell me to be quiet. When I was at school, whenever I did decide to talk, I would get in trouble because I was too loud. And then at home, and I was very shy outside of the house, but at home, I was just, I would just spew everything everywhere. I loved it. I love myself. I love that part. What I hated was not being myself out in public. I was too scared. So, too scared, too young. I didn't have a mama to tell me, F those people. Just kidding. My mom would have said, don't care. I know my mom would have said that because my mom was a very outgoing person. She had her faults too. But I didn't know any of that. So, anyways, she would have been there to mentor me, and I would have got out of my shell earlier, but I got out. It just took me a little while. It just took me a little while for me to graduate from high school and decide I don't care what people think. I'm just going to be myself and let myself talk. And you know what? I snagged myself a husband. I didn't even talk to him. He just started standing next to me in art school. And I was like, what are you doing, creepoid? Ugh. There was nothing wrong with him. I just didn't like people coming up to me. So anyways, eventually he started giving me a ride home because I lost my car because I couldn't afford it anymore, and I chose to start to keep paying for school. And yeah, so the rest is history. Actually, we were talking about that last, was it last Saturday? One day that I was in here making a video, I think. Eddie came in and we were talking about, oh, I was cleaning or something. Oh, no, it doesn't matter. We were talking and I said, art school. Oh yeah, he came in and he saw some stuff that I was sorting out. And he goes, it's so funny. I see some of my art school stuff in here. I said, yep, still here. And he goes, I really don't think that that was meant for me to go to do that, because he didn't end up in art. He ended up in the medical field, and his interests lay mostly in his music. So, but he is like the best artist. I'm like so jealous and like, why don't you just, because he can do hyper realism. Anyways, I said, I wasn't meant to go there either, because the class I wanted to take was discontinued, and they talked me into going to this other one, because I thought, if I don't go now, I'm never going to go to do anything with my life and stuff. So instead of going, I wanted to go for fashion illustration. That was falling out. So they said they didn't carry that class anymore, that thing. And I said, okay. She goes, but there is visual communications, which is commercial art. And I was like, oh, I could do that. And I did learn quite a few things that I still use in life here, in my artistic life. And I went there and I said, Eddie, I said, we were not meant to be, using that degree. He actually graduated from there. I had to quit, money situation. And so then I said, we were meant to go to that class because that's where we met, that creepy guy standing next to me. And then I needed a ride home, and he lived close to me, and I was like, oh God, okay, take me home then. And then the rest is history. 4 kids later, 36 years later, here we are. Oh, I'm missing some people here. Drop. Brody from Australia. Yahoo! Hello. Hello, Brody. I hope I'm entertaining enough. That's okay. That's okay, Smiley. Ooh, knitting. I am, so, I was going to say envious, but I really don't want to knit. I'm very proud of you, but I don't know you very well. Well, I don't know what the word is, but it's exciting that you're learning. I think that that's awesome. I'm excited for you, I guess, to learn knitting, because in the back of my head, I want to learn how to knit. But way back there, I'm too busy crocheting. I did learn one time, the person who started our in-person crochet meeting group here, she showed me how to knit, and I did, and I made something this big, rectangular. Actually double that, because I folded it over and it turned out this big, and I made a little pouch and I hung it on my purse, because that was the one and only knitted thing I'm ever going to make so far. I don't know. I may learn. Allegra wants me to learn. She picked up knitting so fast. It's crazy. So fast. Hi, Sonia. Welcome. Good morning, my lovely. Oh, I'm way behind. It's nice to meet you, Brody. Australia, New Zealand. I don't ever want to travel. I'm not a traveler, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to go anywhere. The only place I wanted to go was the Grand Canyon. But Australia and New Zealand, I don't know, it's because of all the shows that I'm watching right now. I want to go there. The Maori people, I feel like they're my people. For some strange reason, I connect with them. You're having trouble with crochet? To me, that's odd, because crochet is so much easier than knitting. But that's just the way my brain works. And some people find that it's easier to learn knitting. And so, yeah. I'm sure you'll get the hang of it. Are you learning them both at the same time? That's crazy. That's crazy. Maybe they'll get intertwined in your brain and you will invent a whole new way of creating fabric. Thank you, Smiley, for recommending us. It works well. I'm glad. I'm glad. You want to travel to Russia or Korea or maybe China? Nice. Nice. Brody! Brody, you got too many hands in the pot. No, too many. Your hands in too many pots. Yeah, that would indicate that you had 3 hands. Well, you know, if you can handle it, I wouldn't be able to. But I know how to cross stitch. I used to. So I'm artistic. Hence why I went to art school. I thought I was going to be famous living in New York, you know, being a fashion illustrator, creating, making clothes, being a designer eventually. And so, anyways, what was that? Oh, I've always been creative. So I've done a lot of crafts. So I cross-stitched for a long time. When my kids were little, I used to make them little things, little bibs, and um, I think I even made some stuff for my mother-in-law, blankets or something like that. She would give me projects. Like if I had nothing to do, she would give me projects, you know? And I felt obligated before I had the days of, no, I don't want to do that. Speaking up for myself, you know? She was a good mother-in-law. We just had a falling out, and it's not good. So, anyways, but I can't take away from that she was a good mother-in-law to me. And yeah, I don't want to go down that road. Okay, so what was I talking about? Cross stitching. Yes, I did that. I did painting. I used to sell my art on eBay from like 2000 and before I had 2001 to 2009 or 7, something like that, even up until we moved in here. So it must have been 9. And so you're not going to believe what I first sold. So I said to myself, oh my God, I was looking at everybody on eBay and they were selling some weird stuff, some weird art. And I was like, I could probably just tear off a piece of paper bag and paint on it and sell it. And I did. I don't remember how much I sold it for. $3.99, $4.99, I don't know, something like that. And so I sold it and I was like, what? And it was a star that I made into a fat woman. You know how they say to writers, write what you know about, right? You don't just go making up things you don't know anything about, unless you do and that's your talent. But I said, I know fat naked ladies. I see one all the time. This thing is bothering me. And so then I just started painting that. And I didn't realize until later my husband would see my artwork and they were going, I'm like, I'm just packing it up, getting it ready to sell. I sold about 600 paintings. They're all like little canvas paintings, you know, easy to mail, you know, easy to make. And so over those years, that's about how much I made. I only know that because my, what do you call the like buttons, the feedback button numbers, is I only sold stuff and rarely bought anything on eBay. So that number indicates, you know, how many things I've sold. Anyways, so, and that doesn't count that some people bought multiple items at a time. So anyways, I was like, what? So I started doing that and it was great. And then my husband would come in and he saw my paintings and he said, why are you painting yourself? I said, I'm not painting myself. And then I looked and I was like, dang it, painting myself. And then, anyway, so it was good because people really needed to feel better about their body image and stuff. And some just loved it. And I used to get commissions and all this stuff. And it was pretty fun. I had 2 favorite commissions. One of them was a couple got married on the Day of the Dead. So they wanted their wedding portrait to be in my style. So I did. And it was gorgeous. Gorgeous. And she would still, years later, you know, email me, text me, message me, however we would talk, I think on Facebook and stuff, that that, you know, they still had their thing, whatever. I hope they're still together. I'm sure they're a sweet couple. Anyways, I love that one. And there was another one that it was another artist. Her daughter had me make a commission of her and her baby son, but they called him Monkey Boy. And so she wanted me to make him into a monkey boy. So I did. So adorable. So adorable. I love that monkey boy. Oh, Brody, it's Saturday night. Saturday night in Australia. That's okay, Smiley. We don't obsess about them. Whoever wants to like can like. If they don't like, maybe they didn't like me. Okay, don't forget to type in drop if you want to drop your channel, so people will go and check you out and subscribe if they want to. I'm working on, for those who came in later, I'm working on another Beetlejuice sweater. I had to take it off because it was so hot. But here's my hooded cardigan that I just took it out of the dryer because I'm trying to make it softer. Here's the button. It was inspired by Rosalie on Rosalie's Crafting. I never know her channel name, but Rosalie. If you hear Rosalie, drop your channel. By her channel, she is just an amazing, amazing artist. I love her stuff. She does beautiful work. Anyways, look up Rosalie Creations, I think it is. Is it? It's very nice to meet Brody. Yes, I love Beetlejuice, but the funny thing is, not until about a year ago, I never saw Beetlejuice. I just knew the imagery, I knew the pop culture of Beetlejuice, right? But I never did watch it. So Beetlejuice, whenever the Beetlejuice movie was coming out, the remake, I had to go watch the first one, or else it probably wouldn't have made sense. It probably would have made sense, but it meant more because I knew all the inside info. And so I had to go and watch it. And there's a lot of iconic movies that I have never watched. And it comes up and people are usually aghast. You've never seen? Nope. I know all the tidbits about it because everybody in the world talks about it. Blah, 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 blah. But nope. And so I have to go and watch plenty of movies. People are trying to make me. I don't know. It's going to change my life, people. Is it going to change my life? I'm trying to weave in a little strand here. I hate strands, but I weave them in as I go in between the stitches, so I don't have to go back and weave them in. I don't mind weaving in, but I have to be in the mood actually, because I like hand sewing. What else did I do? I did stamping. I would make cards. I tried to do scrapbooking, but I could not do scrapbooking. Every book I ever made, every scrapbook I ever made has never finished. And I did not like them. Even my daughter's Sweet 16, I didn't finish hers. Allegra, it's still there. What was I saying? Okay, what else did I used to do? I worked with clay a little bit, not very much. I did felting. Oh, that was so fun. I did just painting. I've always been artistic, so yeah. One time, oh gosh, story time from Angie. Who would take it, Linda? Who would take it? Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Now, people will take mine, but I know who they are. They're all my girls, and they're welcome to it. And my brother-in-law, my son-in-law, he likes yarn too. He crochets. So they're welcome to take my yarn. I would not be mad. Yes, YouTube. So Brody, when I was young and I had my grandmother teach me how to crochet, she sat down and said, oh my gosh, I forgot. She was so old. She forgot how. So we kind of had to learn together, and she would say, yes, yes, like that. Oh no, like this, you know. So it was kind of like I was reteaching her and jogging her memory and all that stuff. So I learned like that. I never knew the name of a stitch. I knew the word chain, that I had to make a chain. But then I would make a stitch, one stitch, and then a stitch that had two wraparounds, and a stitch that had three wraparounds. And if I put two wraparounds in one space, whatever, I gave it whatever names I had in my head. But not until I started watching YouTube, maybe really, really a lot about crochet. I may say a different year every time, but I'm kind of thinking maybe about 5 years ago, 6 years ago. I don't know. Anyways, just recently, fairly recently in my 60-year-old life. And it is wonderful. I'm like, is that what that stitch is called? I've been doing that forever. I didn't know. We didn't have the internet back then, so I couldn't reference anything except for if I got my hands on a book, which we hardly did because we weren't very well off. And I grew up with my grandparents. We didn't go anywhere. Anyways, look at this, people. Look at this. Do you know what it means? Do you know what it means? This is my second row, and I'm completing my second row and chaining one, turning my work. That means bell time. For you guys who don't know, this is my reward. Some people get little treats. They buy themselves stuff. I buy myself a bell. Boing! This is from the Dollar Tree, and I've had it for years and years and years. And I finally moved it over here, and I said, that's my treat, because I always love the sound of the bell, any kind of bell. So, cold coffee is better than no coffee. Anyways, I know I was talking about things that I made. Is that what it is? Okay, starting my second row. And for those of you who weren't here before, when I said I'm doing double crochets, so instead of doing chain 3 like I usually would, I'm doing stacked single crochets. But oh yeah, YouTube really showed me a lot that I did not know about crochet. I knew a lot, but I didn't know what they were, and I was like, what? I could have been doing that this whole time. Anyways, and I thought that it was like illegal to use a needle or anything. You had to use your crochet hook to hide all of your ends. So that's the way I worked. And I had to, when I made any kind of, it wasn't called amigurumi back then, dolls or anything that needed appliques sewed onto it, it would, I had to attach it with this hook, you know, whatever hook I was working with. And I always had just one hook. I'm like, what? I can't even imagine. I only had one hook and I used it for everything. I don't even remember what size it was because I didn't even pay attention to size or anything. But now, you guys, this isn't even all of them. Look at I love this. Ooh, nobody needs all this. I do, because sometimes I'm looking in here and I can't even find the one that I want, you know? So, anyways. Problems of a crocheter. I don't have enough yarn, but I can't walk into my room because there's too much yarn. I just saw on my Facebook page for my in-person yarn group, somebody posted a meme and it had a house and it had a big barn shed in the back and it was full of yarn. Full of yarn. No, I don't have a hoarding problem. I'm a collector. You know what the difference between a collector and a hoarder is, right? Shelves and organization. So I'm halfway in between. If you looked at my floors, I still haven't finished putting away things in my room. I may have to just get rid of them. I just want a simple table, clear my mind. I have this big table and I'm already filling it up with junk and I need to, you know, stop it. Oh, stop. Okay. Thank you, Linda. Changed the locks. Yes. So Smiley, if they're fast-paced, if you need fast-paced, just change your settings on your YouTube channel, on your YouTube thing, and make the video go a little faster. Okay, Brody. Let's see. So, are you able to make the first row though? Let me see. Do I have any yarn anywhere? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let's see. I don't want to use this one. I'm going to show you, Brody, how to. That's too big. I'm sorry, Brody. It's going to take me a little while to choose. Okay. Now I found yarn. Imagine that in this room. Okay, I'm going to make a chain. And I'm not going to confuse you by telling you how I make a chain because you already know how to make a chain and that's the way you make it. Okay, so I'm going to make a few rounds here, a few chains. And I'm using a bigger hook, Brody. So you have a chain, right? And of course you're looking at me, you know, you're not looking at the front side, but still you hold your chain and you take your hook and you put it into the first loop here. Not the one that this loop is coming out of, but this one right here. And some people like to go through one of the chains and make your single crochet. Does that make sense? Let me go back, Brody. Okay, right here. That's what you have in your chain. You don't go here, you go into the first chain. If you're making a single crochet, you pull your loop through and you pull your loop through both loops. You always pull through two loops unless the stitch indicates you don't. And then you continue. You go into the next one. So like I said, some people go through this first one, just the top one, but some people will go through both of them, both chains. You see how there's 2, 3 in the chain? And that way it makes it more, gives it more to hang on to, not something very stretchy. So you decide what you want to do. So let me go back and do it one more time for you, Brody. I'm hoping it helps. I mean, this isn't a good tutorial, but you know, I'm showing you and something might click. Am I in here? Okay. You don't go into this loop, this space where the loop is coming out of. You go into that first one for a single crochet. For a double crochet, you are going to wrap around once and go into the second loop chain, because then that will make a taller stitch. If you do 3, you wrap around twice and you go into the third 1, 2, 3, third one, and then that makes it a taller stitch. And then you always grab your yarn and pull through 2, grab your yarn and pull through 2, and you do that until you run out of yarn to pull through and you only have 1 loop. That's a triple crochet. But hope that helped. Now I'm gonna have this green yarn hanging here. That's okay. That's okay. Oh, that magic ring. That magic ring, I think the name magic ring and how people say wrap it around your finger like this, like this. Okay, I don't do that. You can do a slip knot and that can be your magic ring. You know how to do a slip knot? If not, you'll have to learn. Okay, here's a slip knot. And you can use this as your magic ring because all you need is a circle that can open and close, okay? And then when you go around this circle, you put everything, you make another crochet, and you go into that circle, okay? And you just do your single crochet and put everything into that one, and you're gonna work over this tail. Always work over, keep it in front of you, don't let it lag behind you. And then you can use it. Do you see how it's opening? Because it's one of those circles that kind of open. So however you can make a circle. Some people make 3 or 4 chains and then they connect them together and work inside that. That's also an easy one. 1, 2, 3, 4 chains. Connect it to that first chain. Close this up, tighten it up. Make 1 chain for if you're going to do single crochets. and you insert it into the center of this circle you just made. And always work around this, because this will help you in case you need to tighten it up. And you just work inside that circle. So yeah, so that's another way to do it. And then you close it off at the end. This is the way I make my magic circle. I just twist it and I make 3 chains, 2, 3, no, that's 3, 3. And then I go into the first chain. I work in that first chain, keeping it loose. And I work in that first chain. Everything gets worked into that first chain. If you're gonna make double crochets, you would make 4 chains, because that first one can act as your first one or just give you a lift. And then you just work on it, and you see how I'm holding this tail on this side? I'm eventually, when I need to, I can pull that tail tight and it tightens up that circle right there. And then I would, you know, eventually just close it together. I hope that helped. I don't know, that wasn't so a nice view and everything like that, but you know, that's how you do it. Let's put this back up. Thank you, Hook. Do you ever talk to your stuff? I do. I don't know why. I know they're not real, but I like to show appreciation to everything and everybody. Alexa, I show Alexa. Sometimes I'll tell her thank you, and all of a sudden, she's hilarious, Alexa. She will start singing and singing me a thank you song of telling me how nice I was. So sweet. Do y'all ever have that? Does Alexa ever sing for you? Except for I told her to do my laundry and she never did. Never. She hasn't done it. I think there's something wrong with my Alexa. I just need her to do the laundry. That way Eddie doesn't have to do it. I don't do the laundry. I haven't done laundry since 1998. Eddie takes care of the laundry. Yep. Yep. Oh, what are y'all saying? What stand? What stand did I get? Yes, Smiley, hats are easy and you can make them. And once you learn how to make a hat, you turn your hat upside down and you just add a strap and it's a purse. You want to collect hats? Yeah. I have a hat collection over here in front of me. I have an octopus hat, I have a mushroom hat, and I have a Christmas tree hat that I have here. Let me turn you around a little bit and see if I can show you. They're just hanging on my door. You see them? See if my finger, that's my octopus hat. I still have not finished it. I need to put the eyes on it and then it's done. That's my mushroom hat. And that's my Christmas hat right there. And there's my Willy Wonka hat. Oh yeah, look, there's my baseball cap that I made over a Dollar Tree hat. I crocheted over it, so I think I have a video of that. I know I have a video of that. Golly. You know what I need? Instead of a coffee maker, I need one of those warming pads that keeps it warm. You know what I mean? Jelly bean. Okay, what stand? Oh, this stand. Oh, this. I got it at a crochet shop way on the north of Houston area. I don't remember the name. I'd have to ask my friend because I was with her and she remembers the name. But I need another one. And I think I went to go look on what is that, Amazon, but I'm not sure if I saw one like this. What would be descriptive? Let's see. Let me take one out. You look at the bottom. It's silicone little spaces right there for them to fit into, so you can fit as many as you want, as fat as you want, anywhere you want. And if it fits in there, you know, and it keeps it, oh, and it's so heavy on its own, it has a lot of weight to it. So I want more. When I go to that place, it cost me $8. I do remember, I always remember how much things cost. Well, mostly. And so, yeah, that cost me $8. Brody, I hope it helped you, hon. Rose, the Dutch Therian. Hello, I remember your name. And I thank you for coming back. Well, I really don't have that advice, Rose. Just do it. I mean, the worst she could say is no, and then you know, and you can move on. You know what I mean? Or you can ask again without being, you know, aggressive or anything. You can always ask again because you never know. But yeah, just do it. Just ask. Simple. Be yourself. Just ask. With what? You're welcome, Brody. I don't know what you're talking about, Smiley, when you said with what? You're always talking to your yarn. Lady Crochet. Manuela, I knew I liked you. I do talk to my yarn. And then I get mad at it sometimes when it doesn't do what I want it to do, you know? I do need a robot. You can do it, Brody. You can do it. You can do it if you just learn how to do the chain and going back and forth. Mm-mm-mm. You're unstoppable. You just have to choose the yarn, or you can choose mini yarns. I love scrap blankets, and I still have that in the back of my mind that I want to make that. So, yeah. I need to make a box because I have so many projects that I want to do, and I have saved like whatever. If I need like some sort of container that I want to cover, I have it saved, right? I need a box where I can keep those things, so when I actually get to it, I can go grab it and it's not just laying around somewhere forgotten. I can go look in there and say, what is it that I wanted to make? And then something will spark something. I need to do that. I have so many dreams, people. So many dreams. Vinny, hello. Are you a crocheter, hun? Granny squares are I dug my feet in so long, Manuela, about granny squares. No, I don't want to do that. Because I hate piecing them together. But they are really simple, and you make a ton of them before you know. You're watching all your shows and you're just crocheting and you're like, what? I have 1,000,000 granny squares? Yes. So granny squares, try it out. If it's your thing, fly with it. Hi, Tangle and Yarn Annette. Welcome, welcome. We're here at our weekly crochet meeting on Saturdays from the yarn room, where we gather and we talk yarn and we just hang out every Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Central Time, US time. And everyone is welcome. Grab your project or just grab your drink and sit down and watch, because I got plenty to say most times. Sometimes I sit here like a bump on a log. Don't know what to say. But today I got plenty to say today, because yesterday I said nothing, and I think I stored it all up for today, and so I have double the trouble. And in case you didn't know, I'm Angie in the yarn room. I made this little thing. I need to keep it on because I want to wear it to my crochet meeting today. Although I don't think I'm going to wear these clothes. I think I'm going to take a shower before I go. But you just subscribed. Thank you, Tangled in Yarn. Granny square blanket. Oh, like do a whole one, Manuela? Yes. You know what I want to do? I don't know how to start it. A rectangular granny square base. That way when you make it, the blanket isn't square, it's rectangular. So a granny rectangle. Is that right? Anyway, so you know who makes them? Kayla Llama Mama Kayla. She makes them, and I need to go watch her videos because she shows on some of her videos on how to do the granny square, how she does her granny square one. But yes, it's continuous. Oh yes, Manuela, you're right. See, my brain needs a kickstart every now and then. Vinny, everyone's great here, I think. 1 a.m. for you, Brody. Wow, So Brody, every time I think about somebody, because I have other subscribers from Australia, well, every time I think about you guys, I think that y'all live in this house in the middle of like just land. But you know what? People used to think like, if you think that you're coming to Texas, they want to know, where's your horse? Where's your ranch? And we just live like regular people here. We ain't got no ranch. I'm scared of horses. No, I don't think I'm scared of horses. I'm scared of cows. I think in a past life a cow ran me over or something. I don't know, because they give me anxiety. Real ones. Beautiful paintings of cows. I love all the little crocheted cows. I love them all. But a real one coming to me with all that stuff dripping out of their nose? No way. No. I've told my story before, but another time I will retell the story again so it doesn't get too old. I won't be that old lady telling the same stories, which I probably am, the old lady telling stories over and over again. But you know what? It's your fault. You want to sit here and listen to me? Well, then that's what you get. Yes, keep going in the round, right, Manuela? Yes, now I understand. Okay, so I think this is going to be, I have already one side of the sweater, and I have to measure it against. He's a big guy, but I'm going to add here. I'm going to add here. I don't know if I need to add, yeah, okay. So I had to make it longer than mine because he is taller than me. Everyone is taller than me. I'm going to turn you this way because I'm going to show you my Beetlejuice. I'm going to try it on for those of you who have not seen it. Let me fix my shorts. Yes, I do have a dustpan on my table here. Okay, where are we? Alrighty. This is my Beetlejuice sweater. I still have yarn things sticking out of it. What do you call it? Yarn tails. I weave them in, but they keep popping out. So I asked somebody at my crochet meeting yesterday, no, Tuesday or Thursday? Thursday. And she said she uses fabric glue. And I'm like, oh, why didn't I ever think of that? Because I sew too. Did I tell you I sew? I used to do quilting. This is my very first attempt at a, hold on, at a cardigan. My very first attempt, and this is what I made. Oh, it's inside out. Dang it. Dang it. No wonder it felt weird. Look, there's a big trash bag here. I forgot. I should get that out. That would make more room in here. Okay, let's see. Woo! Woo! Okay, here we go. My first ever cardigan. I don't have any buttons, which I don't feel like I need buttons because I love to do this anyways. And I have these pockets. I have a better way of making these pockets this time. Last time I did a crappy job. Don't look. But it has purple cuffs. Is that the only purple I have on here? I think so. My son-in-law loves purple. Okay, and so this hood is going to look funny on me because I have my two buns in. But this is the hood. Okay, I'm going to leave it on for a bit because I did get a little chilly here. My coffee's not cold anymore. Okay, I'm going to tilt y'all just a little bit. I don't think I did tilt you. There we go. Just a little bit. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Love Beetlejuice. I love the colors. So this is my first attempt. Very sad because I think my son-in-law, I call him my son-in-law. He's my daughter's boyfriend. But I think we're never getting rid of him. I told him he has to stay. So, and he wants to stay. So I'm going to make him a sweater so he can never leave. He can never leave. Thank you, Tangled. Tangled Annette. I have a cousin named Annette. Okay, so I'm just gonna sit back here and crochet for a bit. I'll check the comments in a bit, so forgive me if I get behind. I'm just gonna sit here and crochet and gab and gab and gab. Oh, you know what? Let's see. I do not like that. I liked it better when it was there. There we go. All right. Let's crochet, people. Crochet. Pay attention. Nobody do any out loud counting to disturb other people. I can't wait to go to our crochet meeting today that I have I always call it my in-person because I used to call it my real meeting, but this meeting is a real meeting. It's just that it's not in person, right? So, I think I want to move you guys. Yeah, you're moving. You're moving. How's that? Better? Okay. Yeah, I think so, because I want to lean a little bit and be a little closer to you people. My goodness. Hmm. Okay. So I call it I used to say my real crochet meeting, but y'all are real. Our meeting is real. It's just in person crochet meeting. So my group here, my crochet group in my area, we're having the meeting today and I'm excited now. I wasn't too much excited yesterday, but I was wallowing in my self-pity or whatever it was. I really didn't have any self-pity. I just had this awful feeling. And I know it's a chemical imbalance. So I do take medication, don't worry. And if it continues, I will talk to my doctor, don't worry. I do talk to my husband. I told him all about it this morning. Yesterday, I couldn't tell him anything about it because I was not in the mood. But yeah. But today, Angie is back and we're going to the meeting. We're going to the meeting, people. Mm-hmm. What do you think, Jack? Gucci, 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 Gucci. He's going. I'm going to put him back in storage for a bit. I'm going to redo my room and it's all going to be crochet stuff around, and I want to make some crochet projects to hang on the wall there. Maybe I should make a big Jack Oh! Okay, I need to learn how to do the tapestry crochet, and I would love to do a big old round Jack face. Oh my gosh, Becky. My brain is a genius. Genius. Okay, my wheels are turning. I hate when my wheels are turning. It really wears me out because they turn so fast. I can't keep up with them. And then all my other things, ideas get pushed back a little bit further. But you know, I let them happen because once I latch on to one idea and it really sticks, then I will do it. You know, like I was like, oh, I got to make that cardigan, you know, when I made that or whatever, I will do it when I'm really, you know, get to it. And I better do it at the time that I'm excited about it or else it won't happen. You know what I mean? Brody, yay. Yay, good for you. For never giving up. You know what? Back in my day, nobody got diagnosed with any kind of learning disabilities. The only people that did were that were severely mentally challenged. Well, they were the ones that everybody knew something you had something, but you know, you were just a hyper person or you were dumb or whatever, right? But I think that I don't know if it's a learning, like I'm slow, but I am slow, but I think it's more of I see things differently than other people and I learned differently. If I would have just known that I could have learned a certain way, I cannot learn with the teachers just talking in front of me and everybody says, okay, yeah, we got it. And I would be like, I don't get it. That's why I didn't do well in school. I wasn't dumb. I just didn't do well in school because I did not understand. And then later on in life, when I came to understand some of these things, I was like, why didn't they just tell me like this? So we all need to find, that's what I love about YouTube is you can find somebody just like yourself, right? And learn from them. So just keep on clicking, find somebody. Might not be me, probably won't be me, but I'll be here to entertain you while you learn. And I'll sit here and crochet. I'll be your crochet buddy. Yeah. Okay, look, I make each of my stripes is 4 rows. I'm coming up, guys. We're gonna ring the bell again soon. Tangled. C to C, corner to corner. Graph again now. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Yes, Brody. Yes, Brody. And it's so nice, you know, that we have so many people here on YouTube for whatever reason. Crochet, whatever you need, you put it on here. My husband usually uses it for fixing our washer and dryer. I'm like, something happens to the washer. I said, go to YouTube. He goes to YouTube. Anything we need, go to YouTube, go see. And sure enough. So, YouTube, YouTube. Okay, I'm coming up to the end, people. Are you finishing up your works? We've been here already over an hour. I always say we're going to be here from 9 to 10, but you know better than that, guys. I'm always here much later. Now, if you want to drop your channel, you're just on here and you don't want to talk or anything, you can drop your channel on here by typing in the word drop, and people can go visit your channel and decide if they want to subscribe. Okay, so a couple of nights ago, I was putting together my video for the green cape that I have, and I have the pattern just for the cape and stuff, not for the flowers or anything. And so then I made the audio and something happened. I don't know I deleted all the audio. So I have to start over. So that's what I'm waiting for. So hopefully soon I can, make it. And then some of my audio was terrible because you could hear my birds in the background, but that's who I am. That's my life. So I probably still will have birds in the background or dogs barking or something, right? But anyway, so the point is I am working on it. No, nothing's wrong with me. I'm just coming to the end of my work. Chain one. Lovely. Okay, turn my work. One more round. That was 3 rounds. Now here's number 4. Oh, that's what I don't want to do. I hate it. I hate it. Okay, so I had another friend tell me that too, that mosaic is easier than tapestry. It depends on how many colors you're using. If you're using 2, is it that bad? I would be tempted to cut it. Brody, it was so nice to meet you too. Yes, you go get some rest, hon, and we're here every Saturday, and then you can go to my channel, and I have a whole bunch of lives that I've done. They're on my channel, so if you wanted to watch those too when you're up in the middle of the day and I'm conked out in the middle of the night. So thank you, Brody. Bye. You win some cat. Ding! Craft and dance with Ivana. Hello. What is that? Intercia? That's the name of what you would call it if you cut the yarn? Was that a typo? Is that really what it's called? Intarsia? I'm not going to remember that. Bye, Brody. I'm not going to remember that, Tangled. Well, of course, let's see. Craft and dance with Ivana. Can you give me an idea with 2-color yarn yellow? So 2 yellows? Okay, that's the name. Intarsia. Am I saying it correctly? Because I pronounce words weirdly when I just see them. I have to hear it. Does anybody have any idea for 2-color yarn yellow? All I can think is bees. You can make flowers, a big daisy. I don't know what you're trying to make. Amy Radigan! Oh, I'm glad you popped in. Foundation linked. I know. I'm working on, I have a hard time. I always have to go back to videos to go and help me remember how to do it. So I need to do that. Yellow color, beginner friendly. How about just a blanket so you can learn how to go back and forth? Back and forth. Or you can make little coasters that look like flowers. Beginner friendly. You can Google it. I have I think I have tutorials about coasters. You can go back and forth and make a blanket for your dog if you have a dog, or your cat. I don't know. Those are my ideas. Pink Froggy, a duck or chicken with yellow yarn. Yes, yes. Octopus, Pink Froggy, they said beginner friendly, not super duper yarn wizard like you. Yes, always use a video. A turtle. Pink Froggy. I love picking on you, Pink Froggy. So when Pink Froggy walked into our crochet meeting, I latched onto her fast and I said, you come and sit by me. She reminds me so much of me in my younger days. Mm-hmm. So cute. So cute. Yeah, I was cute. If I think she's cute, then I thought I was cute, right? And she's a wizard. She is a yarn wizard. She makes wonderful amigurumi. Wonderful. Jealous, jealous, jealous. I'm jealous. Pink Froggy. Pink Froggy has been putting dibs on my... Oh, that's another thing I want to talk about. I think I'll talk about it on my Yarn Talk Monday. She's been having dibs on my AI challenge. That frog right there. I told her I'm keeping them for the year because, you know, I'm making one every month, except for March and April, I combined into one. So anyways, I'm like, man, if anybody comes in here and takes stuff, I know it's her. I know it. No, just kidding. She would never. She would never. Unless she thought she wasn't going to get caught, and she would get caught because I know who has their eye on my frog. Okay, room decor ideas. Yeah, you can make a tapestry. You can make a panel with little pockets if you need organization. What are the room decor ideas, guys? Y'all give them... Oh, I hit the table. So sorry. Yes, Craft and Dance with Ivana. I'm making a cardigan. I have one panel on the side. This is the other side, and it's going to go over the shoulder, and then I connect them, and then I put them together and add sleeves, and it turns into this. This is mine. This is for my son-in-law. He keeps threatening to take my cardigan, so Beetlejuice cardigan. Winsome, yes, it's been a while. Yes, Tangled. I call you Tangled. I usually call people what the first part of their name, do you know what I mean? Or something like that. So Tangled in Yarn. I love making amigurumi also. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm always hitting myself on something. Thank you, Ivana. I would call you Craft, but that's kind of too general for me. But I like Ivana. It's nice. Thank you for subscribing to me. Oh, that's right. You have your market. Okay, good luck. How's it going so far? How's it going, Froggy? So, Froggy, you know what? When I see you in real life, I still have a hard time. I have to think, oh, her name is whatever, you know, I won't say your name. But her name is blah, 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 blah. Because I just see you as Froggy. I'm going to start calling you just Froggy. Pink Froggy, wherever I go, your name is now Pink Froggy. With that southern accent, that Texas accent, you're Pink Froggy. Ribbit. Sitting on a log, crocheting. Oh, that's good imagery. That looks like your logo, right? Where's your logo? I had your logo here somewhere. Anyways, because I have your little pouch. Oh, Pink Froggy is the one who made these for me. These crochet hooks. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Oh, I'm covering her face. So cute. She made all of these for me, and I'm Ursula obsessed. She made that one for me. So, channel, Pink Froggy. Drop your channel. The humidity. For school, you make a pencil bag. You can make a pencil bag. Oh, that would be nice if you made a pencil bag that looked like a pencil, and pencils are yellow. Yeah. Do you have other yarn to add to it, like light beige for the tips and a dark graphite black or gray, and then like a pink for the top eraser and more black for the top or gray? Ooh, ooh, ooh. A pencil that looks like a pencil. Pencil bag that looks like a pencil. How about that one? Yes, pencils are yellow around here too. Hi, Amy. Oh, hi, Amy's mom. We love Amy. She's so beautiful and sweet. Oh, what a good job you did with that girl. Bye, Ivana. Oh, wait. Are you saying bye because you're leaving? Okay, come back and tell us what you ended up making. Puff. Puff, what a name. Hello. Come on in. We're having a good old time. Good old time here crocheting. I'm working on a cardigan. This is the other side. It's a Beetlejuice cardigan. I already have one made that's mine. My son-in-law, he keeps eyeing mine. I'm afraid when I come home one day it's going to be gone, so I need to hurry up. I would like to give it to him for Christmas, but I know that once I finish this, I'm not going to be able to hold on to it. I'm going to have to give it to him and say, look, you don't get anything for Christmas. This is your Christmas present. I know it's July, but you're not getting anything. This is it. This is it. And then that way, I can keep him in the family because I'll tell him, if you ever leave this family, you have to leave the jacket. I would never do that to him, but you know, I would say it to him. But I would never do it. I say a lot of things I would never do because I have this mean little girl inside of me, and she takes over and she likes to say all these mean things. But the real Angie is a very nice person and would not do any. Oh, no. Mess with my kids? No. You will see the ugliest part of me if you mess with my kids. And, you know, like within reason, I'm not going to go hurting you, doing anything illegal. But, you know, you will see the mean mama in me coming after you. But other than that, I'm a sweetheart. Sweetheart. Okay, I am here at Craft Ivana. I'm here every Saturday at 9 a.m. Central Time, U.S. time. So where, you know, you caught me today, I'll be here next week, and I start at 9 o'clock. So I've already been in here over an hour. So then that's where you can find me. And I have lots of, all my other previous lives are on my channel if you want to go see them. And then just check out my channel. Okay, okay. Lovely people. I'm on the last row of this. I think it's, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna have to do a black row also. So, you couldn't even tell it apart, could you? I love it. Okay, good. Good. Do any of you guys have problems sometimes whenever you're crocheting that your tension gets a lot looser as you go? So you look at the first part of your work and it's super tight, and then you're relaxed. I have that problem. I'm trying to keep from yawning. I wish I had hot coffee. Maybe I'll go look for one of those warmers on Amazon when I'm done here. If I recorded or was on live on my computer or something, I would be on the phone the whole time checking out stuff, which is glad I'm not, because I can sit here and do crochet. Crochet. Do y'all know that crochet song? I love it. I remember going on to, I forget where it was, and I was searching Oh, when I was doing the lives, I mean, the shorts, and I typed in the word crochet to see what kind of song came up, and it was a crochet song, and I like it. I don't know exactly what they're talking about. I don't want anybody to tell me what they're talking about because I don't think it's a very sweet thing to talk about. You know what I mean? I'm not a prude, but I want to. I don't want to know what it says because I really love it and I think it's a sweet, sweet little song. Anyways, this crochet girl's bad that sings this song. No, she's not. Just kidding. Go look for it. The crochet song. Crochet, 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 crochet. That's all I know. I can't sing. I used to be in choir. Sometimes I would just lip sing while I was with the group. So, because I'm like, I can't hit that note. I can't hit, but I love singing. My daughter, my youngest daughter, oh, she will not sing for anyone. I had her in music lessons, and her voice was like an angel. She can sing like I compare her to Ariana Grande. She can sing like her. When she's singing along with her, you can't tell who is who. And then I hear her in my house sometimes. She comes over and she's singing while she's doing stuff. And I don't say anything because if I come over and listen to her, she will clam up. But oh my gosh, I wish she would just sit there and sing to me and I would close my eyes and not say a word and just listen. Okay, I'm going down memory lane now. Of course I like you, Ivana. You haven't done anything weird or strange, and you're here, and you like to crochet. What's not to like? I don't know. It depends what you think is useful, Ivana. I don't know. A flat panel, like I said, a flat panel with pockets, similar to what I have hanging on my door over here, where you can store your crochet things. You can make a flat panel that flip over and then you divide it into little sections. You could put all your hooks or whatever you have in there. Something like that. That's useful. That's all I got, Ivana. Brain's going on overdrive and it's sparking something in there and smoke is happening. So I need to shut it down. Shut it down before it blows a fuse. Do you guys know when to shut yourself down if you get overwhelmed? Do you have a way? I just lay down. I crochet. I try to meditate a little bit. I have different ways, but I mostly talk to myself. This is just a feeling. Go through it. I don't try to hide from it. I let it happen. Because it is just a feeling and it's not scary. I'm just pretty much talking to myself, not really giving advice to anybody, but talking about myself, what I do. Because I've been in a little space lately for quite a while now. Not as bad as it was before, but I don't want to let it get that bad. I think all my health issues really contributes to me. I'm like in a giving up stage at the moment, not of life or anything like that, but like, I'm not going to worry about that anymore. I've stopped worrying about some things around the house. I used to be like, we need to do this, if we don't stay on top of it, the door has a little crack, fix it, let's fix it. Oh my gosh, the paint is peeling here, we need to paint it real quick. So everything was always so nice, and I wanted that for my family, right? They had friends come over, wanted my kids not to be embarrassed by our house, and just to be a nice, neat, comfortable house. And everybody that came to my house, a lot of people would always say, wow, your house is so comfy, I just want to take a nap. And I'm like, I find that that's a compliment, So anyways, I've given up on that. I'm not looking at the walls anymore. I'm like, well, I'm old. I'm going to end up in an old people's home. And I don't mean a nursing home. I mean my house is going to look like it belongs to an old person. No, just kidding. But I don't worry about things so much anymore. And I gave up giving myself my medication. I told my husband, you have to do it for me because some days I'm not going to take it because I don't want to be bothered by it, and it's too much just to think that I have to take so much medication. It's bad enough that I have to do the ordering of the medication because mine are special medications that have to come by the mail. I have to answer all these questions online, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, just send me my dang medicine, please. I'm so grateful that you give me medicine to keep me alive. But yeah, I just kind of give up stressing about things. If it stresses me out and it's not a necessary thing, I just gave up one more thing. My husband now is starting to do the bills. I did it for years and years and years, and I'm telling you, the stress of the day I had to do the bills. Sometimes I would wait 4 or 5 days and they would be late, but I would pay them. We had the money to pay them. It's just doing it. So now he's doing it, and you know, we talk about it together and stuff. So I'm glad he's taken over a lot, and I feel bad about that, but I just cannot handle at the moment. I need to be free. I am free. Oh, is there? I thought I saw a hair getting old. I don't see anything. If it's one of my white hairs, it's okay. It's okay. Because it'll match the white in here. I don't have any more of the black hairs. I just have white hair. How white is my hair? Yep. White and gray. I know my grandmother had super white hair by the time she died, but she was almost 103. But for a long time, she had hair this color. It was all white here and dark in the back. And I thought it was so beautiful. And now I have that dark in the back, but it's starting to get lighter in the back. I love my grandmother. She was mean, she was loving, she was funny, she was everything. She took care of me. She didn't have to. But yeah, I loved her. Called her Abuela for abuelita, but we called her Abuela. And then I started calling her Bird because she looked like Woodstock from Snoopy, Charlie Brown. She looked like Woodstock. She would lay down and her gray hair was short, and then she would lay down on the other side. When she wake up, she had this little bitty point, like a little mohawk right here in the top. And I said, you look like Woodstock. And from then on, everybody called her Bird. So she was Bird. But to me, I just still called her Willa. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'm not going to end this round here. I'm going to pull my black out here. So I'm changing colors, putting it through here, and chaining one. Yay! Pulling all these ends to make them tighter. Then I'm going to weave this white in here. So you know what I do? So I'm going to cut this white. Do I have scissors here somewhere? What? In the craft room with no scissors? Oh my gosh. Okay, what color am I cutting? The white. Cut the white. So I go and pull this white through these stitches. I tighten it up and I just go back and forth for right now, you know, to weave it in through these stitches. I don't know if you can see me or not, but I'm weaving in, and then I'm going to go back. And that way when I crochet in here, I will be locking them in with the black. Do you understand? And then I'll go and try to weave them in later. Now I have this black here. Now I'm going to turn and start my last row here. Sometimes I need to sit there and go. I have a little singing bowl in my kitchen area, and I will walk past it and just bring it. Okay. Double stack, single crochet, double stack, double stack. Okay, and as I go, of course it would get a little tangled in there. Okay, that acts as my double crochet. Now I'm making my first double crochet, and I am going to undo that because I want to incorporate this tail into my double crochet, because that's how I'm weaving it in as I go. Okay, you see? So now I don't even have a white tail or a black tail. And now I'm going to, when I crochet and make my double crochets. I just weave that in somewhere, back and forth in between my stitch. Always take it with me. And then at some point I will just leave it. That way when I come back on the next rows, I can catch it and, you know, it'll be going up. So anyways, that's what I do. Do you do that to hide your tails? And then at the end, you don't have tails. You do have these tails, but you know they're already woven in. So you can go back and weave them in a little bit more. But I didn't do it. Let's see. I did it on these. Yeah, I did it on those. Anyways. Well, guys, you know, I feel like I'm winding down here. I'm winding down. I want to keep crocheting, but what time is it anyways? Oh, it's so... What? No. Oh, yeah, we started at 9. Oh, I was like, we've only been here 40 minutes? Because it's 10:40 here. So, it's a beautiful day here. I'll give you a weather update. It's partly cloudy, very windy, and from what I heard from Pink Froggy, it's hot out there. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So have I ever showed you my necklace? This is a charm necklace where you can add the charms, and it's from James Avery. All my jewelry is from James Avery. So one time when I was a young mother, my kids were really young. I didn't even have my last daughter yet. My neighbor, I went to a baby shower that she had, and I went with her, or a party. I don't remember. Anyways, it was a party. And she was a teacher, and I think she was retiring. Maybe it was a retirement party. Anyways, she had her necklace. Hers was much longer. And it was filled where students and people would give her charms. She would have them put on. And so I always wanted one. Then one of my cousins worked for James Avery, and she got a good discount, and she told me this necklace was getting retired and they weren't going to make it anymore. And I was like, oh, I gotta get it. I've wanted it for years and years and years. So I got a good price on it, and I've made it into my heart necklace. Everything that has a heart goes on here. See that? She has a heart, the angel. You know that what this angel right here was a pair of earrings that had a post in the back. And then I lost it. I lost one, and this one was bent, and I don't know why. Well, later in the years, one of my daughters told me, oh yeah, I swallowed that. I was like, what? When I left my son babysitting, she had it in her mouth for whatever reason. There's no reason with kids. And she said she swallowed it. Years later, these kids reveal what they did, and I'm like, you know what? I thought you were such an angel. My gosh, I'm glad I didn't know that at the time. I tell my daughter, the oldest one, she's so sweet. She's my husband is Asian, and she looks very much like him. She's like my little China doll is what I would say, because her beautiful skin and her rosy cheeks and her black straight hair. Oh, oh, oh. Anyways, the sweetest girl ever. She told me anything, I believed it like that. She told me something about her sisters, I believed it like that, because she had that face and she was sweet. I never caught her do anything. She was the worst one of them all, now I find out. And they laugh and laugh. And I'm so happy that they have those memories, and that they pulled one over their mother. I don't think it would have done any good for me to know any of that anyways. You just have to think back when you were a kid, there were things your parents didn't know. Well, that's true for me. I don't know about my kids. I know I love them. I know they love me. I know that they're good people, and that's all I need to know. Go out there and don't tell me what you're up to, because I will be scared. My daughter was here. One of my daughters was here the other night and was spending the night, and they wanted to leave in the middle of the night to go somewhere. Oh, to go see Eddie at his gig. And it was quite a ways away, and I was like, no, don't go, Mom, I go out all the time. I said, I know, but I don't know about it. This one I'm going to know, and I'm going to be worrying, and just so worried and worried and worried, because every time they would leave the house, I could not go to sleep until I heard them driving up the driveway. You know what I mean? When they lived here and they were like older, I trusted my kids. Pretty much. That last one gave me a run for my money, but other than that, I don't think my other kids got into any trouble. But that last one, you know who I'm talking to. if she's watching. Hi, Emma. Emma. Welcome in. We're crocheting, probably winding down soon, but I'm here every Saturday at 9 a.m. Central Time, U.S. time, and we have a crochet meeting where we just gather and gab and talk about crochet and off-topic things, and I just talk and talk and talk. If you don't say anything, then I keep on talking, and you get what you get, and you don't throw a fit. You crochet? What do you make, Emma? What do you like to make? And how long have you been crocheting? My name is Angie, and I'm a yarnaholic. This is this is a nice project for people to do. It's just a name tag, and it's so flat now. It used to be thick and curly because it would go through the wash all the time. But I took my flat iron and I ironed it, and it became flat and nice and not so fuzzy. Love it. Bucket hats and 2 years. Very good. Are you going to just continue making bucket hats, or would you like to do something else? 2 years. Wow, you're a baby. Baby, I've been crocheting over 40 years. Yeah, almost 50 years. I'm old, Emma. I'm old. I would say old and wise, but I'm just old and opinionated. I have a lot of opinions, a lot of free advice that no one asks for. But I always would give my advice to my children, and I'd say, and then do whatever the heck you want to do. But this is my advice, and it's my obligation to tell you something because you're my child. And if you don't do it, it's not on me because I told you so. No. I don't know if I ever said I told you so. I think I never wanted to, but you know, I might have. My kids remember a lot of things, and mostly the mean part of me. You know, and I was like, I never did that, Mom. You did that. And then they all gang up on me. Yes, Mom, you did. And I'm like, oh gosh, I must be crazy because I don't remember that. I remember I was a sweet, loving mother. Never raised my voice, never yelled at anyone. All my kids just felt love and love and love. But they swear up and down that I hit them with the broom. And I'm like, no, that's your memory. But my memory says I was just running up the stairs because I was sweeping, and I ran upstairs because y'all were in trouble. So I know I didn't hit him with the broom. Oh gosh, what if I did and I don't remember? But I don't think I did. Because they're starting to make me think that I did. Are they playing tricks on me? I am getting old. I love your name tag too, Pink Froggy. Pink Froggy's a show off. She made the brightest neon name tag. And she has a short name. I won't say your name, Pink Froggy. Anyways, hers is beautiful. Beautiful. Nice. You know what? I never figured out how to sell them on Facebook or anything. I have my daughter and I used to do crochet craft markets and stuff like that. And she's taken over because I can't do it, and her husband will do it. So I'm so glad. Guess what they're going to be? Not this weekend, but next weekend. I think it's next weekend. They're going to be at Comic-Con. And I have to get all my stuff ready to give her. I don't know if I have anything. I feel so bad because I kind of gave up on making things because you remember I said that I give up stress things? Well, I gave up trying to just make a whole bunch of one things. But there's a whole bunch of stuff that I need to assemble to give to her. But right now, I'm in the mood to do this, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm an old lady. I can do whatever I want because I spent my life giving everything to my family, and I don't begrudge that. I don't regret it. It was the best thing ever. But now, I need to take care of myself. It's my time to take care of myself. I still do anything for my kids if I can. "50 years plus knitting. Tangled, wow. 45 plus years. Oh, wait. Crocheting? Amigurumi, do you do good at oh, we did great at Comic-Con. the last time we did Comic-Con, I was making crochet hats for the pop, you know, those pop dolls. And I wish I had a picture of it for you guys. But we had this big board, and I drew the pop logo on it, and we would have little styrofoam heads. They would be little heads, and I'd put the little hats on there. And you have your little pop, and they fit on any of the pops, and I would get lots of commissions for different things that they would want for their pops. So we did really well. We made it into some sort of publication because nobody had ever seen anybody do that. I don't think I've seen people do it afterwards really a lot. I think I've seen some people, but you know, we used to make Wonder Woman, what's her name from Bob's Burgers, Tina, and then Louise, we made her. She had the bunny hats. My kids would tell me what to make because they knew all the ins and outs of all the fandoms and stuff. So, and I made Ninja Turtles. I made, what other ones did I make? Wonder Woman, did I say that already? Captain America. We made all kinds of different ones for different fandoms. So, yeah, we did really well, and we sold other things. My daughter and her husband are making tons of items. Pokemon purses. I'm making Pokemon plants and just regular crocheted plants. I think she would sell them, and she does it all. I don't think I'm going to go this year. I would love to. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll have Eddie take me, and we could just go and be guests, because every time I went there, I think, did we do it 2 times? We did it 2 or 3 times, Comic-Con. And every time I went there, I was working there, so I really couldn't go and enjoy myself and sit and look at everything and buy stuff, you know. But the biggest thing that ever happened to me while I was there at one of the Comic-Cons, I saw, golly, now I'm not even going to remember his name. You know Daryl from Walking Dead? Norman Reedus? He walked right by me. I wanted to grab him, but I knew I would go to jail. So I did not, and I just looked at him and said, "You're so tall." It's what I said it in my mind, not to him. Oh, and I wanted to say that he smiled at me, but I don't think he did. Yeah, I think he was smiling, but not like at me. So he seems like he would be a very sweet person, and had I just fallen over and tripped, he would have helped me up, and I would have said, "Oh, let me give you a big kiss for that, for helping me." Oh, my fantasies they go wild. But anyways, that was a big one that I went to see him, and I went to see oh, what's his name? The guy that is from Supernatural, and he wanted to be president. I forget his name. Oh, Roland Orchow? I don't know. Anyways, I've never been able to say his name. I have to look at it so I can read it. And my daughters know. He's a cute little Asian guy. And I used to make digital art and sell my posters there. And I still have quite a few left that I did not end up selling. I need to put my Tina one up. The one that says strong, sensual woman. And Tina one, and Louise is right behind her saying love bomb or something like that. Because you got to drop a love bomb. Anyways, I love her. Love them all. Love all these things. So I enjoyed myself at Comic-Con, but I don't think I'm going this year as far as I know. Hi. I'm good. Hi, Lydia. Okay, and you crochet blankets too? You're listening still? I know, Amy. I know you're listening. Just prop me up in the corner somewhere, Amy. Thank you, Sebastian. Hola, crochet con cha. Hola. Maria Honorio aquí. Maria Honorio is here. Like 20. Thank you. So, okay, I don't know where you're from. Emma. Okay, well, don't tell people. You shouldn't be advertising that on how old you are, hon. but that's nice to know. So you're getting started on your crochet journey early. I'm glad. I learned how to make a chain with my hand in 2nd grade. I didn't get my hands on a hook until I was a teenager. So nice to know. A lot of people are starting early. Learning how to make stuff. It's very it's very artistic. It's an art. It's an art. I'm sorry, Cha, Crochet Concha. I'm having a hard time understanding what you're saying. I think you said that you subscribed to me. Yes, and Etsy. Este haciendo. Okay. What am I making? I'm kind of just guessing. I'm making a Beetlejuice cardigan. This is one side. I'm working on the other side, and it's for my son-in-law who always eyes my Beetlejuice cardigan that I made, and I got to make one before he takes mine. Thank you, Annette, for translating for me, translating her posts, her comments, or their comments. Oh my goodness. You know what I bought at Dollar Tree, and I have not seen it there since? I bought one of these. You stick your phone in there, and then you turn this on, and it's a light, and it's an adjustable light. And it's supposed to be like a ring light or whatever. Doesn't work very well, and it falls off. I think maybe I didn't put it on well enough. Anyways, I like it. I want to buy more. I should have bought them all. I should have bought them all. We should go look on their website to see if they have it. Okay, any of you guys in the US all up in arms about this Joann's closing? They've been closed, and now Michael's has announced that they took over Joann's. My friends told me that at Joann's, they went to here, has fabric now. Michael's never had, did I say Joann's? Michael's never had fabric before, and I think that they're going to take up what we used to go to Joann's for, right? I hope they have a lot of fabric, because I do love their fabric. And like I said before, I used to sew. I still sew periodically. I need to sew liners for my bags. I know y'all been hearing me talk about that forever. But it's one of those things that are in the back of my mind. But I have them in a bag over there, so I remember. But one day I'll just sit here and start making liners. And I might take y'all along. Who knows? I don't know. Would I do it live? I don't know. Maybe. I definitely wouldn't be able to respond to all your comments. Okay. Am I coming? I'm going to work to here. And then I think we're going to end it with a treat. And you know what my treat is. And we're going to have to say goodbye, probably. I'm sure. I think I'm ready to go out there. I think I'm hungry. I gotta eat before I go pick up Allegra. I'm gonna go to our crochet meeting. It's 11 o'clock. My husband has his band coming over, so I'll be gone while they're here practicing, which is good. They can do whatever. He'll have to take care of the dogs if they need to go outside, and he will. He does. But I'm glad he has his friends over too. You know, they clear out all my living room furniture and move it all against the wall. Thank goodness our living room is quite large, and they just get in there and go to town. Sometimes I can just stay in my room with my headphones in and go to sleep. It doesn't bother me. I love it, actually. I love the sound of the music. It's when I don't feel well that it's kind of bothers me a bit. So I think it's good for me to get out today, get over these little doldrums or whatever I call it, the blues, whatever it is, and get my behind out there and do something. So my crochet meetings, my in-person crochet meetings, and my meetings with you guys on Saturdays especially, um, really, really ground me and give me purpose. And I want to thank you for that. Y'all give me purpose, honey. Y'all give me purpose and a reason to get up. Otherwise, I'd still be in bed. And I thank you for that. And ta-da! Chain one, because I'm not changing colors. What does that mean, people? What does it mean? Bell time. I'm gonna give you a ring. Ready? This is for you. Oh, that was loud. That's for you guys, because I love y'all. Okay, let's see what y'all are saying here. Thank you, Amy, for reminding them to hit the like. Yes, Annette. I do too. And you know what? Michael's Pink Froggy has really made me mad. I had not been there before. They don't have their 40% coupons like they did before that I know of. I stopped looking for them because something started going wild. And yeah. M. Nancy, hello from Thailand. We're signing off already, Nancy, but we're here every Saturday at our weekly crochet meeting. So if you can catch me, this is 9 o'clock Central. We've been on here a couple of hours exactly from 9 to 11. So mark your calendars, set your timers, whatever you need. Come back and join us, okay? But we're leaving now, and I mean me and my crochet. We're going. We're leaving. We're saying goodbye. We love y'all. I love y'all. Okay. Bye, guys.